my gosh, you guys. What a week we have had in PA, right? Oh my gosh. I hope everybody has been keeping warm and toasty. Oh, the negative temperatures. Oh, that was a little chilly, right? Woohoo! Little chilly even for PA. So I want to welcome everybody today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love to say thank you to all my regular subscribers. And thank you for joining me on We Can Do This. My name is Julie, and I am your host. And every week I come to you and I give you some tips and things that I've lived through and things that I've experienced and have able to get through some rough times to hopefully help you as well. That's what this channel is all about, is helping one another, uh, knowing we can do this, right? So with that being said, and we're all trying to stay warm this weekend, but we're getting better. We're getting better. I have to give my disclaimer, and I want to make sure everybody remembers that I am not a physician. I am not a trained professional. I am nothing of the sort. I am just me, and I do some research, and I just come to you with some tips and research I've done and my personal life to hopefully help you in your life and maybe some of the challenges you've been seeing as well. I really honestly and truly think that a lot of us have been seeing the same things in all of our lives. Let's face it, life's tough, and we're doing this together, right? So here we are. So please, please, please subscribe and save. And I want to put out a challenge today. I have the most wonderful, dedicated, awesome subscribers on the face of this earth. I love you so much. I thank you so much. But I want to put a challenge out there because I post my live stream every day or every week on YouTube. And I have my dedicated ones. They respond to me. They give me the thumbs up, the love sign. And I would like to challenge you. Please send my post to anybody who is in your contact list. Because it's probably not, if it's not in mine, I want to try to reach out to anybody who's not watching now or in my contacts. I want to bring some people in who really may need the support and my tips and hearing about what I'm going through. Maybe they're going through as well. And that's what it's all about. We're here to help each other. So let's do this. I challenge you to do that, and I'd love if you do it. So let's get to the topic today because we got a good one. This is going to be good. So we're going to talk about, have you ever found that your mind keeps working and you just can't stop it? And in particular, wondering what's going to happen in the future. Now, I can tell you this happens to me the most when I go to bed. When I go to bed, my mind sometimes just keeps working and thinking and going to the next level, and it just never stops. And it can be so incredibly horrible, to not be able to go to sleep when you so desperately want to, but it just isn't happening. And we're going to talk about that because the one thing that we need to remember as humans, we always look to the future. We always look to what's coming down the pike for us. It's what's in our nature. But the problem with that is, when we do that, the anxiousness tends to set in and our thoughts warp into planning into these thought traps. It can twist our thoughts into going down a rabbit hole, this quagmire of desperation with horrendous outcomes. And what's worse is, we're more than likely to have no proof that the outcome is going to come to that. We just firmly believe that it's going to happen. And I'm there, I'm with you, I get it. These types of, rabbit holes that we get ourselves into, they can really be detrimental, and really horrible for our lives, you know. And one of those ones that I'm guilty of, I'm sure you're guilty of, are what if statements. And it doesn't matter what your life is, what your background is, doesn't matter. They have found in the research I've done, they have found that no matter who you are, everybody in all steps of life have done this what if scenario and have seen the exact same results of it. And so we're going to talk about a little bit here about what are a couple what if statements. And I'm going to use myself as an example because I'm going through some changes in my life, professionally and personally. And I want to show you that you're not alone in what I'm doing now. Is I was grabbing on to a role with the unknown. Whenever we're doing that what if scenario, the reason we do it is we don't know what's happening, but we want to look to the future. And what it lies in here in us is we are focusing on our personal fears. We're focusing on whatever our insecurities are, our loneliness, if we're feeling lonely, if we're feeling rejected. I'm just describing myself here. I don't know about you, but I'm really describing myself. So you can put yourself into these shoes, and if you're seeing this, but focusing on these questions, with our insecurities and, reflecting on that, our thoughts tend to strengthen, those fears and anxiety we have. Our thoughts can be very detrimental to who we are and where we find support in. And, it takes us down this path of really not being very healthy and supportive of ourselves. And, we talk about here about being kind to yourself, being self-supported, love yourself. You deserve it. So what can we do to not go down this really horrible path of what if? And you have to realize the what if statement, it really is, what if this happens, then it's going to happen. We're putting it into our minds that number one, it's definitely going to happen. And number two, it's scary to what the result's going to be. And we don't feel like we have control of that. So we need to teach ourselves. And this is a task that's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be something you need to work at. I've worked at it as well. But we need to change the question to what if to if then. Right? Okay, work with me here. Listen to this. So instead of the downward spiral we go on at not feeling that we're in charge of anything in our future, we need to remember that if we're feared that the outcome is going to be bad, the if then scenario puts us in a place where even though something hasn't happened yet, it doesn't mean it's going to happen either. It gets us to a more realistic stance and a more realistic vision of what reality really is. It gives you that level of control back. And it helps you that you can realize that no matter what happens, you can handle it. Even if it does happen, it may not happen. So I'm going to give you a scenario from my life, and I want you to put yourself in this scenario from your life. I was doing the what if scenario by saying, what if my boss and my company does not give me a raise so that I can take care of my bills and my family? That's pretty heavy, right? I know for a fact there's a lot of you out there doing the same thing. I get it. I'm there with you. But I changed it up to the if then scenario, and here's why I went with it. If my boss and my company will not give me the raise that I need to take care of myself and my family, then I will be proactive and reach out to other opportunities that are out there and find something better for myself and my family that will allow me to take care of them. Okay, did you see what just happened there? I went from a position of what if? What if this happens? It didn't give me an alternative. It didn't give me an option. That what if it doesn't happen? The if then allows that. It allows you to go there with that. Put yourself in these scenarios. Ask that question if it happens. The what if happens, then what? And that can be a much healthier resolution and option for you. You know, we've got to work out this to get out of this question in our minds. It's a habit. You know, it's a habit we all have. I'm guilty of it. You know, we're all guilty of it because it's so very easy and it's something that we've just ingrained in ourselves to do. The if then is a much deeper scenario. It's a much deeper question that we take ourselves to. And it can give us a sense of that we can do something no matter what happens, you know, and it allows you to feel that you have both feet on the ground. You're doing this. You know, I got this. You know, we can do this, right? We got this, right? That's what this is all about. And this is something that can help you as much as it's helped me. Get those feet on the ground. Do the get out of that what if habit. You know, go down that if then. It is much more positive. It is much more empowering. And it can tell you that no matter what happens, you can do this, you can handle this. And from my experience, if I can do this, any of you can do this. I promise you. It is a little bit of a challenge and you got to put some work into it, but it's so worth it. I promise this to you. Try it. Give it a try in your life. You know, try to keep that positive feeling there. You know, we deserve it. And yeah, I see you, Mark. You know, we've had a rough road, you know, in so many ways. All of us have. You know, let's face it, our economy really sucks right now. We're in a state of flux. Our economy is really negative. You know, we've all got these challenges, but what we have to remember is we're not alone. You know, we can control what's up here, what we're moving forward to want to do in our lives with our families, our friends, whatever that may be. We can do this. We're up to the challenge. We need to remember that. We can do this. So, with that being said, I want to let you guys know. I want you to subscribe. Please save and give me a thumbs up. But please, I want to challenge you all. I would love to kick it up a notch. And I have to admit, the majority of my contacts on Facebook are really local. They're people that I know, that I adore, that I've grown up with, that have meant something in my life. But I want to be able to reach out to those that are outside of my realm, that are outside of my contact list. And you guys are that option that I have. You guys are amazing. You have contacts that I don't have. And I want to be able to reach out to those, not even only in the United States. I want to reach out to beyond the borders. You know, I'm here to help people. I'm here to help individuals. And it's not just people that I love or support that have supported me. I want to get beyond those barriers. And I want to go beyond the borders. I want to help people everywhere. And if there's someone in your contact list that you feel I can help that would benefit from what I bring to you every week, please reach out to them. Send me my post that I put out there every week. I would love to be able to support everybody that I can and to try to make a difference. So with that being said, I always give my teaser. Got to give the teaser every week, right? This week, I got to tell you the teaser that I'm going to give you and what I'm going to talk about next week is a little personal. It's going to be a little rough for me, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you because you're worth it. We're all worth it, right? We are going to talk about chronic fatigue syndrome. It's something that I currently deal with every day of my life, and it's continuing to be a challenge for me. And I don't know, I hope not, that you're not going through that. But if it is something you're going through, we're going to talk about it. We're going to go through this, what are some of the signs and what are some of the things we can do? We're going to talk through this together, and it's going to be as helpful to me as it is for you, I hope. So we're going to do it next week. And I also want to give you an extra teaser. This is an extra, right? The week after that, I'm going to tell you there's going to be a very unique topic on my channel. Some of you have asked me about, and I thought it was time to finally talk about it. So stay tuned the next couple weeks. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you so much for all your support, your dedication, for believing in me. But I want you to know I believe in you, and that's why I'm doing this. So with that being said, we got to do it. Got to do it. I'm doing it for you. Here we go. We can do this. We got this. I can and I will. So can you, my friends. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. You can do this. We can do this. We're doing it together. So with that being said, my friends, I hope you survived a very frigid week in Pennsylvania or wherever you're at. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Please stay safe and happy and healthy in the coming week. I believe in you. I support you. Please always remember that. So with that being said, thank you, my friends. And